Are you looking for novel recommendations? Do you feel confused when you walk into the classics section of a library? Fear no more. Your quest for original fiction stories ends here. Hello everyone, this is a Mad Hatter's Tale and this is me, Crystal, giving you 5 classics recommendation that you can pick up today. First we start with Great Expectations. So number 1 on your list should always be this book. This is by Charles Dickens. We have Charles Dickens appearing in this list twice, so you can imagine how fond I am of him and how popular and what a niche he has carved for himself in English literature. Great Expectations is about Pip and his determined attempt to move up the social order. Okay, so we know that he is not a very socially high rank boy, but he does move up in life. Through his life, Dickens tries to tell us that love, affection, loyalty, and conscience are much more valuable than wealth and social class. Okay, so this is an interesting novel. This gives you the Victorian age and how people lived in it. Also, it intertwines in its story the beautiful and passionate love story of Estella and Pip. So all those who are looking for some social background as well as an interesting and passionate love story may definitely pick this up and give it a read. The next on this list is Wuthering Heights by Emily Bronte. This novel is considered as one of literature's most complex novels, touching on various themes, on various psychological impact that relationships or interaction, human interaction makes on one person and his character. Wuthering Heights describes the turbulent relationship between two families, namely the Lockwoods and the Earnshaws. All right, and it involves the story of the Earnshaw's foster son, Heathcliff. Heathcliff happens to be the most popular literary hero in English literature, and I think his story is so well ingrained in these the enmity and the relationship between these two families that it accounts for a very complex and interesting read. Now, next, once you give Wuthering Heights a chance to impact your life in the way it can, you may pick up the next novel, which is called A Christmas Carol. This is by Charles Dickens again. Though we are much far away from the Christmas season yet, but A Christmas Carol entails in it, uses as a backdrop the spirit of Christmas. Okay, what is it? It is about a miserly old man called Ebenezer Scrooge, who is visited by the ghost of his business partner. This ghost tells him that he's going to see 3 spirits in the following days, and these 3 spirits will ask him to do something which he needs to fulfill or he needs to follow. When he is visited by these spirits one after the other, they take him through his childhood and through his life's journey, showing him detail by detail as to what he has missed in life in his pursuit of wealth, profit, and gains. Ebenezer Scrooge in the whole process realizes that yes, he has earned a lot of money, he has fulfilled his ambitions, but what he has lost in life is irreparable and inconceivable. At the end, he obviously has a change of heart, and what he does with his wealth and with his life beyond is what A Christmas Carol teaches us. But something that is a little more serious yet fun is To Kill a Mockingbird by Harper Lee. This many people can use as their introduction to American literature and the American spirit and story, especially for those who have read British literature extensively so far. To Kill a Mockingbird deals with themes of racism and prejudice and how the perpetrators as well as the victims coexist in a community. The most interesting part of this novel, or the most interesting thing in this novel, is that the entire story is narrated from the perspective of a young girl, Jean. The naivety and the innocence that she shows in telling the story of her family and her neighborhood and people around her makes racism and prejudice an even more tragic experience. The last novel on this list is The Great Gatsby by F. Scott Fitzgerald. The Great Gatsby is the story of a millionaire and his love for his beloved Daisy. This millionaire is not, someone who has got his wealth and money and business and name through heredity. He is a self-made man, and the way he looks at life and his philosophy in life is very related or very deeply associated with the American spirit and with the philosophy that still governs America. This is a typical rags to riches story. However, it shows what ambition, what passion, and what perseverance can do for a man and in turn for everyone. With that, we come to an end of the 5 listed great classics that I would recommend to each one of you. Now, all these books that I have mentioned before, all 5 of them have been adapted into movies. So all those who don't like reading, who are not into reading, or who would find it a little difficult to read classics because the language in each one of them is slightly more difficult than contemporary English, can go watch the movies, go through the movies. For those who have read one or more of these books, please put a comment in the comment section down below. What did you think of these books or the book that you've read, if you've read any amongst them? And those who have read other books, because the classics section is such a vast section and it's so varied and it's so voluminous. If you've read something and you feel that that book should make it into this list, please comment in the section down below. Yes, with this we come to an end of the video, but don't forget to subscribe, subscribe and share the video as well as my channel. Hopefully we'll see each other again soon. Bye-bye.